point may come in somebody's life when Lagan means when your mind is hell-bent on something, passionate, to die for. To give your life for. To dedicate your life for something. Put all these conditions and then it's just one word called Lagan. Just one word. Certain things are beyond the words' ability to explain what it is. And Kabir says, now, ab lagan lagi. This means there must be some time when it was not there, maybe. Although Kabir was so young when he got in association with his guru, Swami Ramanand, in beginning of his journey. But actually when the bodies of the child's age, that is not the age to introspect or think or look or seek for God or do something. It is a silly age where you play with toys and just sleep and eat and poop and that's it. It's not a fifth thing which a child can do. But in a very early stage, Kabir happened to have these questions in his head because he was surrounded with these two types of people. One who are Muslim, one who are Hindu. One who are going to mosque, the other who go to temple, and they both hate one another. So he would frequently ask, what do you do inside when you go in a mosque? So father took him to the mosque one day because they were Muslims. Kabir's father, meaning he was adopted, they were not his biological parents. So they just found him by side of a pond. And they just took the baby in. So father took him to mosque. And the baby, Kabir, is seeing all these people doing those certain rituals, bowing while doing the namaz and being on the knees and bowing down and speaking a very foreign language, Arabic. Then he would ask, what does it mean? La ilaha illallah. What does it mean? And poor father was not a very educated man. And when parents cannot answer the question of their child, they would just shoo him away. They won't just say, I don't know, but they would just make him quiet. He would see his Hindu neighbors wearing the tilak, and the baby Kabir would go and ask, what is this dot on your forehead? Why have you put this on? And they would say, well, we are Hindus, that's why when we go to temple, we get this as a mark of it's God's prasad, it's a gift of God, which our priest gives us, so that's why we wear it. And then he said, what do you do when you go to the temple? And they would say, well, why should we tell you you're not a Hindu? And why are you interested? So he would get shooed away from them too. There are beautiful stories about Kabir's childhood. One time, in the masjid, they have this tomb. It's a huge tower. And then the mullah would go up there and give the call, the prayer call, to come and do the namaz. One time, Kabir happened to meet a mullah in the bazaar, and he held his hand and he said, Malvi ji, answer me a question. Can't you speak from the ground itself? Why you have to go to the tower? Is Allah more close from there? And if it is, then can I come along? Even I would like to give a call to Allah. And why you have to give such a loud call? Are you giving to us, the people? Are you giving this call to Allah? To whom is the call going? Mullah said, well, the call is definitely for people. Kabir said, then you should go door to door. And there are other people also who will not go to a mosque, so why are you disturbing them 4 o'clock in the morning? So he got whacked by the mullah. He came crying back home, and mother again would console the child and embrace the child and say, now what did you do? He said, just ask a question. What is wrong in asking the question? Why don't they reply my question? And you know children, they are always asking questions. You can't answer the ordinary question. Kabir was asking philosophical questions. He would ask the Nath yogi, why have you teared your ears? Why are you wearing this earring? He would go to the Naga Baba and say, why are you naked? Aren't you ashamed? Where are your clothes? Why are you wearing ash on your body? So he would roam about, sometimes in sannyasi, sometimes with Nagas, sometimes with the Muslim people, sometimes with the Bhajananandis, who have the Khada Tilak, it is called Khada Tilak, the three, it is a sign of Ramanandi or Madhavacharya, the followers wear the mark. I have one, they have three. Many people ask me, to whom you belong to? I say, I don't belong to anybody. That's why I'm saying, stop, don't ask, finger on your lips. See? It's a finger on your lip. Don't ask me this question. So Kabir would do these rounds and ask these questions, and he wouldn't get these answers. And he was always looking from whom, and he would ask the various Brahmins and sadhus, who can answer me? Who can answer me? And somebody said, maybe Swami Ramanand can answer your question. He was a big name, he had many sannyasis, he had a nice ashram, people would go there. So he said, maybe then I should meet him. But who would allow a Muslim boy to come into a Hindu ashram? So kept on trying, he would plead, he would ask all people who are going in, please take me in. And they said, no, you cannot come. Why? You are a Muslim. And he would be so sad. It is said that one time he was by the bank of Ganges, and I have been to that place where Kabir lived most of his life. It is just a stone's throw away from Ganges. Now there are so many houses, but at one time it might be just 2 or 3 or 4 houses alone, and you can see the rivers. Even now, if you go at the rooftop of that house where Kabir Sahib lived, you can see Ganges from there also. So he would see people going to Ganges to take the bath. Now, sure, the Hindu devout will go to take a bath, but another story is all those people who lived in Kashi would go to take baths. They might not consider Ganga as divine, but still it is a river, it is water, so they would also bathe there. So Kabir would have a good skin show, and he would wonder, what is difference in between a Hindu and a Muslim? Their bodies are all same. And once you are in the water, see, if you wear a skull cap like a Muslim, you have left it outside. If you wear a tilak, once you take the dip in the Ganges, your tilak is gone. So your forehead and head is all clean. So you don't have any mark of any religion. If your dress is taken away and if you are silenced somehow that you don't speak, and we put 10 men or 10 women in bare minimum clothes, can you know what religion they are following or believing? And this boy Kabir would wonder, what is different in between me and my neighbors? One reads Quran and lies, one reads Ramayana and lies. One reads Quran and is rude, another reads Ramayana and is rude. One reads Quran and it kicks the poor people. So does the other person. So Kabir would observe. The more he would observe, the more questions he would have, but no answers. So he was very, very disturbed. And one day, finally, somebody said that, in this observation and his research, he found out that Swami Ramanand, early in the wee hours, goes to Ganges to take a dip. And he kept on following for many days, and he found that is the only time when no chela is with him. No crowd. He goes alone. So he made a plan, and on the staircase which leads to the Ganges, he just took one of the steps, lied down there with the abated breath. And then the time came and Swami Ramanand walked down, and his wooden sandals, his kala were making that sound of cut, 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 loud announcement, somebody is coming, some sannyasi is coming.